This is the most unbelievable secret mission that Trump pulled off during our battle with Iran. Also, he promises a new threat. We will finish the job. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Watch Trump. Listen closely to this on the secret oil shipments that we were pulling out at night to keep the cost of oil down.
Wait. And we took out so much oil that people didn't know, and it only took a month and a half. They finally found out they had no radar because their radar was destroyed. So we took them out late at night with no lights, with no nothing. And our great Navy, which did the greatest blockade anyone's ever seen, not one ship got through in 2 months. And we then freed up the blockade because we're close to maybe making a deal. I don't know. We'll make either. Look, we're going to win one way or the other. We're either going to make a deal or we're going to finish the job. Okay.
First of all, he can't finish the job right now. We have to keep the oil prices low until it's closer to the election or after the election. Unless they do something so super stupid, like bomb Israel or something, that we have to go in and finish the job and just go, look, this is an emergency.
And it won't be tough to finish the job. I'd rather make a deal because I don't want to affect 91 million people. We can knock down their bridges in 1 hour. We can knock out their energy supply, all of those big plants that they built, big, beautiful, modern plants. They had a lot of money. They don't have any money now. We haven't given them any money, but we can knock out their electricity and power generating plants in, I would say, a small part of an afternoon. Every plant will be gone. And they know that. They know that.
And that's going to happen right after the election. They know it. They're living on borrowed time. This is a major threat. He's letting them know, and they know it, that we can take out all of their power, all of their bridges in one afternoon. We maintain military dominance. So we only aren't going in now because that's the most beneficial thing to America, as long as things don't escalate. And now I want to give you a quick hilarious word from our sponsor, Chapter. Chapter supports this channel. It's very brave of them to do. I wanted to share your testimonies. This last one is totally hilarious too. Hey, Doug, I just saved 50% on my Medicare supplement Plan N by calling Chapter. If that sounds confusing to you guys, yeah, you should call Chapter. They'll help you out. July 1st, the price for my Mutual of Omaha Plan N was going to go up to $242 a month. And now with Cigna Health Springs, it's going to be $121 a month. The guy, Tyler, at Chapter was great. That's $1,452 a year. Thanks, Doug. You're welcome. Chapter helped me, and my Chapter assistant was very helpful and polite. And finally, this last one down here cracked me up. I am finally going to call Chapter. I need to replace Humana. They suck. Yes, if your Medicare plan sucks, call 631-961-8696 and let Chapter help you save money. Okay, now back to the war. This involves Israel, of course. Cost of gas, Turkey, everything. Here's Trey Yingst.
Thousands of Iranians in the streets of Tehran marking the funeral for the late Supreme Leader, the Ayatollah Khamenei. This event is scheduled to end on July 9th and has included international delegations from countries like Oman and Saudi Arabia. Many of the attendees chanted "Death to America" as they demonstrated, but there was no appearance from Iran's new Supreme.
Death to America. Good luck with that. Look at that right above me. It says, there will be blood. They put a target on Pete Hegseth's face. There's a target on Trump's face there. There are other targets with Laura Loomer's face that is hitting our citizen journalists. These people are psychopaths. What Israel is doing against Iran is amazing. They secretly brought the Iron Dome into the United Arab Emirates with the first time alliance with them on July 5th, 2026 in Gali Zahal. Army radio interview, Transportation Minister confirmed Israel deployed an Iron Dome battery and dozens of Israeli IDF personnel to the United Arab Emirates during the Iran conflict. Asked if Israel sent the United Arab Emirates its shield, she replied, "That's right." She added, they understood that ballistic missiles are one of the biggest challenges the Emirates are helping us. This matches earlier May reports and aligns with the 550 plus missiles and 2,200 drones Iran launched at the United Arab Emirates. First public Israeli official confirmation. So this is another secret plan that's coming to light. Here's Benjamin Netanyahu on Fox News.
Look, Turkey is a great country, but it's governed by a man who calls openly for the annihilation of Israel. He occupies half of Cyprus, a NATO country. He's threatening Greece, another NATO country. And he talks openly about conquering Jerusalem. His foreign minister, his number two, said that the Jewish state hasn't a place among humanity. Basically, it has to be wiped out. His interior minister, said he looks forward to be the governor of Jerusalem.
That is an act of war. Turkey is run by the same Islamic radical madmen that really puts Israel in a tough spot. They're fighting for their existence against all of their surrounding neighbors. It's not just in Israel, though. So don't think, let all those people just fight it out. They're an ocean away. Let's go to Texas for a minute. Here's good old country Plano, Texas. Get some barbecue. Oh, yeah. Prime rib, smoked meat. The epic city of Plano, Texas, based on plans and investigations, the Plano Meadows project will be completed. This is one of 7 known Muslim-only cities being built in Texas. If Texans don't rise up and stop this, Texas will fall to Islam. Sharia will rule over Texas. Wake up. This is the East Plano, Texas Center planning a 1,000-home Muslim-only community with a huge mosque in Texas. Whether if this succeeds or not, I just wanted to let you guys know they're trying to get here. Here's John Yoo on our military. This is a recent Supreme Court development where Trump can't use National Guard forces. He has to first use his military forces. So we could be moving our military as a police action. Just imagine what the Marines can do. Here's John Yoo on Fox News. He's one of my favorite constitutional scholars.
Initially recently said, look, I'm trying to enforce the laws with ICE agents, with federal law enforcement, and I can't do it, so I need to call the National Guard. But the statute says the president has to be unable to enforce the law with regular forces. What does regular forces mean? We don't know. The Supreme Court has never decided that question before yesterday. The Supreme Court now says regular forces means you have to try with the regular armed forces first before you can bring out the National Guard. So the unintended consequence here might be that the president is going to have to call the 82nd Airborne or the Marines or the 101st Airborne Division, as, for example, President Eisenhower did after Brown versus Board of Education in the South to enforce desegregation. President Trump might have to do that first in order to protect those federal buildings, those ICE agents. And then if they fail, he can then call out the National Guard.
Got it. J.B. Pritzker, the governor in the state of Illinois, is saying this. Today is a big win for Illinois and American democracy. This is an important step in curbing the Trump administration's consistent abuse of power and slowing the Trump's He
thought he won, but Pritzker just lost. He thought when the Supreme Court limited Trump's ability to bring the National Guard into Chicago, all the Supreme Court said was you have to exhaust your normal access to the normal military, meaning Army, Marines can now go into Chicago. That's a good use of our military. Don't forget to call Chapter 631-961-8696. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm Doug in Exile.